Oh, good evening, everybody, and welcome. And apologies for the late running of this show. And that is basically down to our streaming software being terrible at their job. But I'm here finally. How is everybody doing? I switched basically, right? If you're listening to this as a podcast, it's ain't going to be interesting. But we have a streaming software and that we use. We don't go straight into YouTube because sometimes we record stuff, sometimes we put the live streams out. Long story short, we use it. And then I click in it and it's going, you've got to wait 30 to 60 seconds. Wait 30 to 60 seconds. I'm like, are you taking the piss? I need to go like live here. So they're going to get an email in the morning. But anyway, how is everybody doing? Welcome. It's Mondays, 8 o'clock. I'm here to answer your questions, whether they be about shoes, coaching questions, Iceland, whatever it is, whatever you want to talk about. I'm here for the next whatever to chat about that. Yes, it's caught me right out there as they sent me the other way. That was. I don't like things that don't work. Anybody who's like me, my brain, that really sent me the other way. But there we go. So let's crack on with the show. Let's firstly bring you up to speed with what's going on. Firstly, I've had to switch some videos around because of the way everything is. So we are going to be coming out with the Skyward X2 video. Needs to come out on, I think it's the 14th. Might be the 13th, the 14th, I think. So that's coming out then. So if you're into Hoka and you like that sort of stuff, or you're interested in Hoka Skyward X2, that video's coming next on the channel. I've also recorded some really cool videos, which I think you're going to like, about sort of, just shoes and things like that. So that's coming your way. So there's loads coming on the channel. We've still got that support shoe. I've got the Hackney Half on Sunday. I don't know whether anyone's got the Hackney Half on Sunday, but I'm there on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. And we'll do a review on the back of that as well. Chasing Dreams is taking shape. I've actually moved on to episode 2 in terms of structuring that today. So that's good. Progressing with that as well. So there's loads going on the channel. Despite it sort of coming out of season, we sort of go into race mode now, which is kind of cool. And I'm really looking forward to getting some of the shoes back out that sort of got parked for I suppose marathon training for race day. So that's good. Also on the hunt for a new long run shoe, which actually Carl's just put a thing in there. So I'm on the hunt for a new long run shoe because basically my Vomero Pluses, I've had it. My Glide Ride Max 2s basically had it, although they could probably go for another million miles. Obviously, Super Blast 2, I mentioned it in the video, Super Blast 3 even. That's no longer for me a long run shoe. And when I talk long runs, I'm talking like 18, 20 miles that I do plenty of. So I'm on the lookout for something. Neo Vista 3, hopefully you guys saw that today in terms of the launch of that. So whether that will be it, I can't tell you at the moment. But yeah, there's many things to be coming on the channel, many things we're working on. But I'm in the hunt for a long run shoe. So if anyone's got any suggestions, then let me know. Again, thanks for joining me. Appreciate you as always. Get your questions, get your comments in. We've got a bonus podcast this week coming. It's a new one we're trialing. It's called Uncensored. I'd be interested next Monday when we're here to get your feedback on it. Cheers, by the way, everyone. So let me know. Drinking the old lemon and ginger tea. My calorie deficit's going really well. But yes, it's hard work. That's the only thing in it. When you come, I don't know about you, if you're trying to lose some weight or whatever, being in a calorie deficit sucks. And trying to get your protein intake is so hard. I failed miserably at it last week in terms of getting enough protein. But today I actually did a little bit better. It's just like small tweaks I've found seem to sort of just sort of help really in terms of like, just simple things. Like Ben was telling me about adding milk into the protein shake instead of having it with water. I have it with water, right? It's a funny thing, but you're getting like more protein for like relatively low sort of calories is the word I was trying to find. But yeah, so loads of things going on. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. Did you see the video we did on cheap race day shoes? Last thing. Make sure if you're not, to go and check that out. So much going on. Right. Thank you again for everybody joining me. We shall start now. Start going through. We'll start going through some of this. Right. Okay. Where do we start? Good evening. Good evening, Dawn. I'll message you back. Seen it. Been on calls. Evening, Chris. Okay. Nomio shots. I'll be honest with you. Didn't notice any difference. I think. I mean, I might be talking out of school here, but there's obviously science and stuff. But I didn't really notice any difference. But you know, was I going full out? That's the thing in it. I don't know whether that stuff works. So, a history lesson for everyone. In the lead up to London, I've got these Nomio shots, or whatever they're called. And I thought I'll give this a go. Seen all the influencers like pushing them down my throat. I thought we'll give it a go. I didn't really notice anything. Again, it's hard, isn't it? Because I wasn't going full kilt. So in defence of them, I wasn't going for it. Maybe I should try it. Southend half. I've got a 10K coming up as well in May. I had a 5K, so maybe I should retry them and then give them a bit of bit fairer. Would you try the beetroot shots? I did try beetroot shots. I do beetroot shots for my marathons. The bicarb stuff, I've not tried the Morton, but I'm interested by it. Morton stuff doesn't really agree with me in terms of digestively. I have some gut distress, let's call it, every time I have Morton stuff. So I'm a bit sort of cautious with their stuff. That's not to say there's nothing wrong with it. It's definitely something. But you know what? I think with all of these things, I think if I focus a little bit more harder in the gym, do a little bit more sort of, you know, improve my diet, things like that, that's probably going to gain me more than some of these lotions and potions. Yeah. Thanks, Gary. Keep me updated on the Spurs score. Thanks, John. Evening 40. Again, if you're joining me live, sorry for being a bit late. Thank you. If you're joining us as the podcast, listen to this as you're going along. Thanks a lot as well. Get your questions in if you are live. Comments, whatever. Just get involved in the chat tonight, yeah? Right. Darren, evening 40, looking to start a shoe rotation. Have Mega Blast, I use for everything, yeah. And the Hoka Rocket X3 for races, good shoe. What would you suggest for a long, easy run? Be looking at the Super Blast 3 and the Vomero Plus. I think both of those shoes, actually, the Vomero Plus and the Super Blast 3, excellent as a shoe if you like soft shoes. My personal opinion for the long stuff there would be the Vomero Plus. It's also cheaper because the Super Blast 3, I go back and watch my videos on the Super Blast 3. It's just too soft for me, but I know people who absolutely love it. There are some questions about wear and tear. I had a look on the bottom of mine and they looked all right, and they've easily got 100 something miles in them. They seem to be okay. But yeah, so I personally, my choice would be Vomero Plus, but for you, maybe it might be Super Blast 3 because you get on with the Mega Blast. They're a little bit wider as well, but they are soft. Okay. They are soft. Carl, this is an interesting question, Carl. So I don't know if you've seen, Carl. I've had the light spray Cloud Monster on the channel. I had also the Cloud Monster 3, which was terrible. But I was chatting to somebody and they was telling me about the Cloud Monster 3 Hyper. Again, going back down that long run sort of shoe that I'm looking for. And they mentioned the Hyper to they sort of get over my on running hatred, which I don't have because I say I like the light spray one. And actually, the argument was quite strong, and it did make me, because I like the light spray, so it did make me think about it. So I may try and get a pair of these and test them out and see if I like them. Any idea on fitting? because obviously the light spray ones, the uppers are totally different. But be interested to know your thoughts, Cole, on the fit on them. Another Cole, look, too. Ran a 5K trail race this weekend. Won the race. What? Wow. Finished first as a male master. I thought he won. Well, ran in the New Balance SC Trainer. Wow. That's bold for trail. I'm guessing, Cole, it was down like 5 parts or that sort of stuff. Was it? Nothing too traily. And there's a lot of talk about the Norwegian singles method of training at the moment. Yeah, what's your thoughts about it? Yeah, again, that threshold works well. We know it works well. I think if you adapt to it, it's good. Don't just chuck it straight in with what you're doing. But yeah, it definitely works. I like to blend out what I'm doing with my runners over the course of the week or the course of the 2 weeks. Actually, I tend to look at it in 2 weeks within their mesocycles. So yeah, I like to look within that. But yeah, it's good. Yeah, obviously it's proven to work. So absolutely. But if you're going to transition to something like that, make sure that you look around everything else that you're doing, because obviously the loads are quite high. So the intensities are quite high by doing that. So that's the only thing I would say. So don't go into it blind because everyone's doing it. Build yourself up and look at everything else that you're doing around it as well. Need to focus on recovery as well. Okay. I've not tried that Adidas. I'm the worst person for trail shoes. I think I've just accepted that I'm just crap at trail running and reviewing trail shoes. That's just I like them, but general I just go with Asics for trail shoes. Yeah. Again, thanks joining me. Get your questions in. Hasby, cheap Romero Plus. Yeah, that's what I said in one of the videos I did. Romero Plus is 99 quid now. It's about to be replaced. That's why. But yeah. Did anyone see, by the way, the picture I put on Instagram? If you're not following me, it's at FORDY_runs. I put the Romero Plus that was spotted. Looks kind of interesting. I've already picked up some Adidas Pro 3s, almost brand new, 45 quid off Vinted. Wow. That's unbelievable. It's again, if you've not seen the video I did on I bought some shoes off of Vinted and went and tried to run a half PB. I think I did in the end. I can't remember. That was a video worth watching. But yeah, there's bargains out there. But like I said, I did that. I was talking about plugging videos. I did another video just this weekend about race day shoe bargains. Go and check that out. There's so many out there. Interesting, Mick. I saw I saw a guy this morning running through London in a pair of Adidas Pros, but like version 1. I thought, you hero. They must be firm. I thought that was kind of cool. Mick Smith, I'm in my late 50s. I walk a lot fast. Is it too late to start running? No, absolutely not. I mean, get yourself on the Couch to 5K app. Best way to start. Rod? Hi, Chris. Can you please recommend a 5K race shoe for mild stability? Got the Azura and Boston. Good trainers, but need more zip. Rocket X3 is a good shout. Yeah, that's probably the one I'd go for, actually, the Rocket X3. The, what's it called? I can't remember the name of it now. There's another one out there. No, it's got. Oh, I tell you, the old Brooks, because it's just been replaced. The Brooks Elite, not a bad shout. The other one, actually, which has just been replaced, so you might be able to pick it up because it's firm. Is the Puma? What's it called? Oh, is it Forward Nitro? Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, but it's really like rockered, but it's the platform underneath it's actually firm because it's got the nitro foam in it. That might be worth having a look at. But the new version's the one I was actually thinking about. But you could pick up the Puma race day shoes. Like they've got the Elite here for 160 quid. It's unbelievable. The Elite 4. It's bonkers at sportshoes.com. It's crazy. Don't forget, you get 15% off if you're a 40 Runs Running Club affiliate member. So that might be worth looking at as well. So there's plenty, but yeah, Rocket X3 from Hoka's a good shout for the 5K, 10K. Okay, Adam versus Earth. I forgot to mention this is what he was talking about. The Terex Ultra 2 is more road to trail. I've been testing them on the road a lot, and they're great. That's good to know. I like the Salomon Aeroglide 4 Gravel, whatever they're called. Gary, hi 40. I'm running the Amsterdam Marathon. Gary, I'm going to let you into it before I answer your question. I'm there too, and there is a shitload of people that I know going to Amsterdam. We're going to do a couple of bits when we're out there, so just watch out for that, Gary. We'll probably head to a park where I'm guessing. So he's running it and he's anticipating 3.5 hours. I'm 76 kilograms. Okay, I'm torn between the SC Elite V5 or Puma. What would you recommend? The Puma's the faster, the Elite's the more sensible. Danny's made a mistake and run too many miles on worn shoes and got shin splints on my right leg. You sure that's the shoe? Shin splints is usually overuse, to be honest with you. But glad you got the Vomero Plus because it is a good shoe. But yeah, just watch that. A lot of it that's down to just overuse, doing too much, too fast, all the time, smashing the life out of your legs. Usually what that is, Danny, to be honest. Not necessarily the shoes. KJC, marathon number 4 coming out for me next week. Edinburgh, good luck. Having previously ran London in 2024, Berlin and Loch Ness. I see you ran Edinburgh in 22 and I was wondering if you had any advice or tips. Yeah, the first part of it's downhill. It will knock your legs, especially your quads. It sort of gives you a full sense of well-being, the Edinburgh Marathon. You get to like 15 miles and it starts to roll. And then you're regretting absolutely hammering it on the downhill. So that's what I would say. Also, getting back from the finish, just to pre-warn you, is an absolute pain in the... If it wasn't so bad, like getting back from the finish that it was, I'd probably go and do it more because I've just really like Edinburgh. I'd like to go and do the half. But the carnage of getting back was awful. So plan out what you did. We actually ended up, one of the team had got an Uber for us. It was terrible. So plan ahead what you're doing. But yeah, just respect the course. Don't it wants you to run fast in the first half because it's downhill and then goes on to flat. But from 15, you then go up and it starts rolling. You go up in this soppy house bit and come round and come down again, more downhill. So it really takes you off guard, catches you off guard. But good luck. Let me know how you get on. Bridget Power ran Leeds Marathon yesterday. 4th marathon now. Well done. Previous marathons I used Super Blast 2. Yesterday I used Super Blast 3. First time I've had cramp around mile 22. Only thing that's a different shoe was the shoe. This is what I'm saying about the Super Blast people. You may think this geezer's just an arrogant prick who sits here on live stream talking absolute nonsense, but there is a reason I say that shoe is too soft in the later miles. I take the shoes to those distances, not the marathon distance, but those longer distances, and I struggled with the Super Blast 3 because it's too soft, all right? And that's the sort of stuff that you get. Now, look, cramping can be other things, yeah? Cramping can be like a lack of salt and other things in your system. You know, there could be a million things, hydration, whatever, right? But I'm telling you, with regards to Super Blast 3, don't underestimate the softness of the shoe. It may work for you, yeah? It may work for you, and that's great. But I'm just telling you that's why I don't run it long, because I get into all sorts of trouble in it. And I love the shoe, but as a daily trainer, bloody expensive daily trainer. Okay, just got the Endorphin Speed 5 and good for a half. Now training for the marathon. Should I get the Azura for longer runs or the Vomero Plus? The Vomero Plus. I've done a video on this, Kerry. Watch my video. I did a long run I've done long runs in both of these shoes. And again, talking long runs, I'm talking 18, 20 miles, yeah. But I did one in the Azura. It's on the channel. Go and watch it. All right. So go and check that out. Let us know. Keep us posted on your training. Emily, hi. I'm looking for advice on a long run shoe for someone with narrow feet. I've got the New Balance Rebel 4. I find work well. Yeah, I wouldn't wear them for a long run. The Rebel will flatten out and you'll lose all the goodness in that foams on the long runs. Unfortunately, save them for like maybe just a treadmill and things like that. Again, we've spoken tonight about the Vomero Plus. Honestly, guys, you can't go wrong with it for a long run shoe. It's just that right blend of softness. I think it's the perfect shoe, and like people have been saying, you can pick them up for 99 quid. So that's probably, Emily, the way to go. To be honest with you, it's a boring pick, but it's probably the right pick in terms of long run shoe. You're going to get plenty of wear out of it. It's a good shoe. It really is. I saying you can pick them up so cheap at the moment. James, hi Chris, great podcast as always. Thank you very much. Thanks to your reviews, I took the plunge and upgraded the Nova Blast 5s. Watch out, Nova Blast 6 is coming. To the Super Blast 2. Still early days, but they seem good. Firmer than Nova Blast. Yes, they are. The thing is with the Super Blast 2, when you lean on that foam, it comes alive. But if you're running easy in it, it does feel firm. That's where people say it's a bit slappy, a bit like a brick and all that sort of stuff. It's a different feeling to the Nova Blast 5. It's a totally different compound in there. But it's just an unbelievable shoe. It really is. Hi, FORDY. Can you recommend a good shoe for my first marathon for a heavier runner? Yeah, we spoke about it again. Vomero Plus, get you round. Glide Ride Max 2 is a great shoe for a bigger dude. If you're looking for something like mild stability, the Hurricane from Saucony is a very good shoe. It's not a stability shoe, so to speak. It's a stable shoe. That's a good call. We've got the new version of that with a new foam. That's coming, but the older version's got the Power Run frame in it. It's a great shoe. So that's also another shoe. It's very smooth. To have a look at that as well. So they're three options for you to check out. Again, all of those shoes are on heavy discount at the moment. So, don't pay over the top and get them in early and do some training in them. Yeah. Hi, Chris. Following the London block, I'm looking for someone who is it? Something to replace my Boston 13s. What would you suggest? Have Evo SLs and Adidas Pro 3s for daily races. Boston 13 replacement. Boston 13. Pair another Boston 13s. Yeah, it's a funny one with the Boston 13 because that's a firm shoe, not in a bad way, but it's a firm shoe. I tell you what, I'd probably go for. I'd probably go with the Puma Deviate Nitro 4. Again, discounted down, very similar feeling. Not the Elite, the regular Puma. Just watch out for the width, but they should be all right because the Boston isn't particularly wide. I'd have a look at that. You can pick them up again on the cheap. The Nitro. Let's have a look. Puma Deviate Nitro 4, not the Elite. 104 quid. 103 quid. 105 quid. Worth having a look at. Yeah. Okay. Right, not particularly. Yeah, I don't mind it. The Skyward X2, for example, is 300 grams, and I really like the shoe. I don't have a problem with over heavily shoes in training. I think in the longer runs, it can be a little bit of a problem, but I'm happy to put up with it if it's giving me what I want. I like a slightly firmer foam for my long run shoe. So I don't necessarily mind it. Daily trainer, I tend to prefer something that's a little bit lighter. And I don't mind a little bit more softness in my daily trainer. But on the longer stuff, I prefer slightly firmer shoe. But I can put up with a little bit of heaviness. It's not the end of the world for me. That's why when I say I'm looking for a long run shoe, I'm talking about a long run shoe in terms of where I'm going to be able to put goal pacing. So that's why, for example, Skyward X2 would work because it's got a little cheeky little plate in there, things like that. Paramount Max is a good shoe, again, on the softer side. We'll see how that gets on, but I've earmarked that one as well. But yeah, I don't mind heavier shoes if they're giving me that stability and they're giving me that confidence to keep my pace. Because I'm not looking to run reckless times in those heavier shoes. So it's a toss up between giving with one, giving with the other. That's why when you find a shoe like a Vomero Plus or a Glide Ride Max 2, something that's like that ticks those boxes, you're better off just sticking with it, right? Um, Here he is. He's my guy. Really late to the party. Hope Ben has ditched his annoying bag during his sabbatical. Yeah, Ben's back, guys. If you watch the channel and watch the vlogs, Ben is back in training, which is good news. He's had a bad hip. Um, and no, the annoying bag wasn't there on Saturday, which is good news. But he was quite happy to trot about in his new Mega Blast. He's got black Mega Blast that he picked up in Tokyo. He was quite proud of. And he didn't go with his blue shorts. Do you have any advice, tips for starting a running channel? I've recently started this channel after being inspired by yourself and Ben is running. Love Ben is running. Any advice? Go, yeah, just be yourself, mate. In terms of like this YouTube thing, it's not for everyone. You're going to get hammered by a lot of people, but just ignore it. Do your own thing. Be true. Be authentic. You've got to remember that everybody out there is not thick. And respect everybody like you'd want to be respected, because there's a lot of people out there on the comments and stuff that ain't, but don't pay any attention to it. Just be true to yourself, be transparent. If you're making like videos that you're passionate about and things like that will come through. So just be authentic and that'll come through, mate. But it's a graft. It is a graft. And not everyone's gonna like you. That's fine. Stewie, sorry, just got the Puma DVA 4 Elite on your recommendations. The Adidas profile killed my toes. Pumas are so light and feel fast. Yeah, they are so quick. This is just a great shoe in terms of turnover and feeling with that ATPU foam. But I say on the firmer side, it's not bad. That's interesting. Milbert got the Super Blast 3, too soft for me. Went back to the Mega Blast. There we go. I appreciate the podcast. So that's what we'll be saying tonight, really. Again, it's not for everyone. But hang on. Ben, how did you get on with fixing your Garmin? Is there any watch you're leaning more to getting? Oh, where do we start with the watch situation? I think that maybe, Ben, maybe that's what we can discuss next week. If everybody wants to discuss that next week, we can talk about my Garmin. Should we do that next week? You all got to tune in next week live, 8 o'clock. Should we do that, Ben? Should we save it up, Ben, for next week? Get through some of these questions, but we can open with that next week. What should we do? Should we do that? Let me know. KJC, thanks for the advice. Forwarding, hoping to get to Edinburgh. There are plenty of crowds. Hoping there are plenty of crowds along the route. And we're already playing our way back into the city. Yeah, Uber is a great shout too. Yeah, but pre-book it. Pre-book it. It's carnage. Honestly, mate, absolute carnage. But Edinburgh's a great marathon. As I said, I'd love to go back and do it, but I'd like to go back and do the half. It's just such a pain to get back from. I'll tell you what was apparently good. I had a client run Copenhagen, actually. He ran a massive 17-minute PB. Carl, big shout out to him. Absolutely destroyed it. But I've seen a lot of stuff on the socials about Copenhagen. That looks a great event at the weekend. I really fancy that. Really do. Look, that looks a good course. That does. Okay. Back again. After cramping at Leeds Marathon yesterday, my Super Last 3s, can you recommend something else? I like the cushion for my old joints, but want something else for the Yorkshire Marathon in October. Have you got a wide foot, Bridget? If you have got a wide foot, you can't have the shoe that I'm thinking of. If you don't have a wide foot, then I really like the Skybird X2. It's a good shoe. Slightly on the heavier side compared to Super Blast 3. That's the only thing I would say. Yeah. Don't neglect the Glide Ride Max 2. Everyone's sleeping on it. Such a good shoe. Hi, Chris. Lovely show. First time I've been able to catch you live. Wondering what would be a shoe to complement my Super Blast 2. Blimey. What are we doing? Tempo work. I mean, the natural thing I would say is the Evo SL straight away. And if you don't get on with that, that's too soft, then go and get the Skechers Aero Razor. That would be a good shoe, daily shoe, but a faster one, so you can do some of the faster workouts in it. Probably a good shoe. But good shoe, good shout. And obviously you can pick them up pretty cheap. I mean, Skechers is like 100 quid, right? Hadsby, how are the Pulse CO boots doing? Any update from your first impressions video? Pulse CO boots got me through London very well. And they will be coming back out again when actually I could do them tonight. So I don't know if you follow me on Insta, but I was in the gym today, absolutely smashing my legs to bits today, and I really feel them sitting here. So I'll probably stick them on tonight. But yeah, they are again, really enjoyed them. Glad I got them. Are they actually doing anything? Don't know. But there was no downside other than spending the cash. Yeah. Bridget's again. Also have the Magmax 2 for easy runs. Need a new marathon shoe. Mega Blast is too narrow. I'm slow. 5K, 28 minutes. That's not slow, mate. That's not slow. What about the yeah, I think mind you, they're quite firm, those shoes. I reckon you might like the Skyward X2. Ben Candy. Okay, Ben, it's a date. Regards to watch, have a look at Koros. The ship has already sailed, Stewie. That's all I'm going to say. Ben's going to now lose his mind. Hi, Chris. How does the Puma Nitro 4 compare with the Elite? I find the Elite is actually a little bit too big and could go down half a size. Jesus. Both fit exactly the same. In fact, the upper in the Elite's better. There's a little bit more because it's like paper thin. There's nothing of it. Fits a bit better. Buster, yes, everybody's having the toe rubbing issue on the Mega Blast. If your foot's too wide for it, yes, it's a very common problem with it. You need to stop running in them. So yeah, it's really not uncommon, mate. Yeah. Oh look, Debbie, look. I spotted on your Strava a different watch and a normal elevation gain. I'll keep quiet. Stalker alert. Well done, Debbie. I like your style. Look at this, Mick. Spurs 0-0. Yes, I'm in Wrexham on Wednesday. If anyone's there, I mean, so I've got a busy couple of weeks actually. I've got Wrexham on Wednesday, and then I've got Hackney on. I've got Stevenage Park on Saturday. Then I've got not Wrexham. I've got Hackney on Sunday. Then I've got something at Battersea. Then I've got the Southend half. Then we've got a big London event going on. I've got I've got loads of stuff coming up. So yeah, there's loads going on, loads, which is great. And hopefully some of you will be at Hackney, and I'll be able to see you there as well. Ooh. Okay. I'll be like, this is Anders. Copenhagen, you'll have to be lucky. They're going down the lottery route. Oh, it's annoying. It sounded like a great race. Okay, team. Look, apologies again for being late tonight. I'm not really sure what happened there, other than that the stream people let me down. But we are back again next Monday, 8 o'clock. I've got to say, we've got a bonus podcast coming this week. Be interested to get your feedback on that. Let me know. And then the usual one as well on Friday. So keep an eye out for the Skybird X2 video. That's coming your way this week. And we've got some other cool stuff. I say in Chasing Dreams series 2, episode 1's finally coming together as well. So we'll have that soon on the channel as well. But yes, thanks to everybody for joining me tonight. Thanks if you're listening to this as a podcast. I genuinely appreciate it. Genuinely really appreciate you taking me out on your run with you. But yes, I shall see you guys next Monday live here at 8 p.m. Bring somebody with you. Don't forget that. And make sure you tell everybody about the channel. See you later, guys. Take care of yourselves, yeah?